Alright, hi everyone, this is Autopostrophe. Let's check out Arcade Archives Orius on Nintendo Switch. Now, I think most people who have been part of the emulation scene know it as its original name, Zesus. And I didn't even realize that there was a North American release of this game. But yeah, let's check out the Japanese original. This is one of the few games that, or one of the many games that from KONAMI in its heyday, that didn't manage to get a home release, which is a real shame because this is one of these games that I think would have been compromised in its visuals, but it still would have been nice to have have them try to make something for the the Mega Drive or the Super Nintendo, but it was never meant to be, apparently. In some ways, a lot of people call this the successor to Axley, but it's not really true. The games don't play anything alike. They're not really all that similar. They just have some kind of similar special effects that they were doing. But obviously, this is an arcade machine, so there's a lot more going on in this than was possible on the home consoles that were available at the time. Yeah, this has all of the the trademarks of KONAMI in the 90s, or KONAMI in the 90s. Nice on graphics, excellent sound, kind of cutting edge visuals, great art direction, very original gameplay. It's certainly one of my favorite shmups out there. Although obviously it was not a lot of ways to play this, unfortunately, since it was only available in the arcades. And in my era, there was never an arcade machine. Like I said, I just always assumed that this was only a Japanese title. I didn't realize it was available in other territories. Zek. No, wait, even the credit screen is gorgeous. Charge the enemy. I see it has some R-type influence as well. Well, we don't know all this crazy line scrolling. Just cool stuff. And the whole game is filled with these kind of cutting edge visuals. Again, would have been pretty difficult to make this for the home consoles. So I think at the time I would have taken a compromised version. Or anything really. Like I said, I never saw this in my local arcades, and surprisingly enough, when I go back and think about it, I actually did see many releases in my local arcades. Ugh. Ugh, this is careless. Oh. I think the environment hurts you. You can send off your little your armored bit to yourself or back to yourself, just like R-Type. Although obviously it moves differently than R-Type would. It has that kind of mecha organic thing that KONAMI was going for at the time. You know, with like their Salamander series and the Gradius series as well. Yeah, wasn't that? It's that trademark 90s KONAMI. Ugh. It's been forever since I played this game. Yeah, this is one of these games. I mean, I was just thinking about this the other day, how this game had never made it home. Yeah, detaching the you know, the bit also allows you to do auto fire. The only way to get a charge shot is to attach the bit to your ship. And obviously, that's, you know, you'll want to use it for different situations. Sometimes it's wiser to detach the bit, and sometimes it's better to keep it with you. I'm gonna get past the first level. Oh my goodness. I should at least see the second level. My. Ugh. This isn't place safe. There's no place safe. Alright, well, I can go at that for a while. So let's check out the European version. This is X. Just rolls right off the tongue, huh? I can see why they changed the name to Orius for the North American release. Oh, why is it our job? Well, whatever. Let me do a video. Oh, well, it opens quite differently, doesn't it? Huh, why? They completely changed the patterns and the power-ups that you get. Interesting. It's like a different game, just, you know, wrapped in the same shell. Yeah, the default difficulty seems quite a bit harder on the European release. Though they are kind of giving your ship more power, too. Maybe that's how they're trying to balance it, I guess? I don't know. It is quite a bit different. Now, instead I have more power coming into this, so like the boss is a little easier. But maybe I just screwed up less? I don't know. Like I said, it seems like there's definitely some different patterns as far as the enemies are concerned, and the number and the kind of enemies they give you. and also the number of power-ups they give you. Planet Diaz. Diaz planet. Look at this dancing person there. Can't grab too many of those. No, gosh. You need way too many of these speed-ups. Ah, hitting you in place in this version. Yeah, there's no checkpoint system. So they sort of increased the... I mean, I guess they sort of made the enemies harder, or there's more of them, but they allow you to continue in place, and just generally throw more power-ups at you. So yeah, interesting. They have rebalanced everything. I guess maybe that was the feedback from the Japanese arcade version. I mean, I'm glad they made adjustments. And usually, with when they bring stuff over from the original territory, they tend to be harder games. Like every time. Usually the pattern is that you know, the Japanese games are easier. You know, I guess that's where they first start out their release, and then they just get progressively harder as they hit new territories. I don't know if it's necessarily harder, but it certainly is different. Yeah, the balance levels on the sound and the music are different too. Kind of interesting choice too, is increase the sound of the sound effects and make the music a little less prominent. Yeah, interesting, the changes they decided to make. Let's check out the North American version. Again, I didn't realize they even made a North American version. I'd always assumed it was Japanese only. I would guess that this would be similar to the European release. Yeah, looks like it. Why was that one so much harder? What the heck? Yeah, it definitely took more... It took more shots to bring this one down. Or maybe that was just a bad run, I don't know. That one seemed fine, that one. Yeah, okay. This will just suck that first time. I guess we'll see if this is a checkpoint system or an in-place continue system. Ugh. Okay, so this is in-place continues. Oh, they're shooting straight out this time, not rounding their way back to me. So this boss is a little easier. Oh, never mind. Yeah. We just did that one time, apparently. Careful with these speed ups. Just a shitload of them. Look at all this shit coming at you, jeez. Calm down, game. Ooh. Well, that part certainly isn't easier. I think this game has a rank system where the better you do, then the harder the game gets. Again, very typical in the 90s to do that, especially in the Gradius series, or certainly anything that came out of Konami was like this as well. So in some ways, it's like not necessarily an advantage to completely power up your ship. To kind of keep the difficulty under control. And that's what we had to do with Gradius 3. Otherwise, Gradius 3 was like later on just got nearly impossible to play. God, everything just takes such a beating. No. Right in July. That's a cool little animation back there. Little rotating planet. Again, you know, would have been kind of hard to do on the Super or Genesis. I mean, even this arcade game is struggling with its speed, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's just an animated tile, but it's still pretty impressive to look at. You know, the planet in the background. It's the kind of game that I would expect on like the Turbo Super CD. Ugh. Well, that's rough. Nope, why don't we stop it there? This is Audap. You've been watching Orius, otherwise known as ZZX on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series. Yeah, I mean, I really like this game. It's nice to finally get this on a platform in official capacity. You know, it's at least I think this is kind of a rare arcade game, at least as far as the States is concerned. I don't know about in its home territory. But it's again, it's nice to see it and finally be able to play it on a home console. And it's again, it's not something I would have expected from Arcade Archives. This is definitely going more into the obscure stuff. But I definitely like it. And I think if you're a fan of shmups and horizontal shmups, then you should definitely check it out as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.